हेलो गाइस, वेलकम बैक माय चैनल। और मैं लेके आई एक और गोदी मीडिया वीडियो।
There's news, there's sense and there's nuisance. This show is all about that last bit.
क्या इजरायली यदुवंशी है, अर्थात हमारे यादव है।
यादव चले गए इजराइल, जाके वही बस गया।
Historian and sociologist, we all could have them loved.
दोनों के नामों का अर्थ भी समान है और दोनों का विजय होने तक लड़ने का जुनून भी समान है।
We try not to feature
कुछ भी बोल देता है यार
on our show, but once in a year, always once in a year, he does something so outrageous that it's hard to ignore him. Last year it was this.
ये देखिए, देश में उपवास लोग करते हैं और ये फलहारी मिक्सर जो कि स्वाभाविकता नवरात्र के लिए ही बना है, ये प्रोडक्ट पर जो डिस्क्रिप्शन लिखा हुआ है वो उर्दू में लिखा है और गाढ़ा हरा रंग का ये प्रोडक्ट है जो कि कलर इसको दिया गया है।
And now it's this.
जो इजराइल के यहूदी है, क्या वो यदुवंशी है?
गोदी मीडिया का न्यूज़
यादव है तो यादव का सीना फूल गया, ऐसा अस्तित्व है।
Yahud is an Arab word for Jews and Yadav comes from the Sanskrit word Yadu. And I know what you're thinking. Manisha, why are you getting into finer aspects of this tuchcha, WhatsApp level attention seeking effort by Suresh Chavhanke? But at TV Newsance, we take our job very seriously in getting you your weekly dose of television news nuisance. So we went where no one ever should, deeper into Suresh Chavhanke's black hole. मतलब ट्विटर में लोग छोटा सा क्लिप देख के मजाक उड़ा के हंस के एक दो जोक्स ट्रैक करके आगे बढ़ जाते हैं। नॉट अस, हम पूरा शो देखते हैं। एट टीवी न्यूसेंस फॉर यू, वी वॉच सो यू डोंट हैव टू। इसी बात पे लाइक दिस वीडियो, यू गोना लर्न अ लॉट फ्रॉम इट, इवन दो दिस विल ऐड नथिंग टू योर लाइफ, बट यू विल स्टिल लर्न सम स्टफ। सो fasten your seat belts and join us on this mad ride. Like this video for you.
क्या इजरायली यहूदी यादवों के वंशज हैं? ये प्रश्न काफी दिलचस्प है। इसका जवाब जानने के लिए हमने कई विद्वानों द्वारा की गई रिसर्च का सहारा लिया है।
विद्वानों द्वारा की गई
रिसर्च।
कौन है ये?
चलो रिसर्च देखते हैं
कहाँ पाए जाते हैं ये विद्वान? On something called yadavhistory.com. If Chavhanke's show was not bad enough, what made it worse is that its main source seems to be a website called, believe it or not, yadavhistory.com. Just see the copy paste.
आहिर द्वारा इसका विस्तार यदुवंशियों और नंदवंशियों तक भी कर दिया गया है। आभीर साम्राज्यों के धार्मिक संदर्भों के विश्लेषण ने कुछ विद्वानों को यह निष्कर्ष निकालने के लिए प्रेरित किया कि यह केवल पवित्र यादव साम्राज्यों के लिए इस्तेमाल किया जाने वाला शब्द है।
तो चौहानके ने यादव हिस्ट्री से सीधा गूगल ट्रांसलेट करके एक शो कर दिया। Now this yadavhistory.com is actually quite a fun website with some very fun sections.
And only after your money.
Some Yadav somewhere had a really bad experience with some doctor. Because that's just a really odd bit of warning on a website on Yadav history. Unless you think this website is to promote casteism in Hindus, think again.
The purpose of this website is not to promote casteism, but to enthuse the Yadavs to contribute positively to this world by remembering their glorious past. Also, the purpose of this website is to warn Yadavs from Christian groups who are especially after Yadavs to convert them to Christianity.
मिशनरीज को भेजते हैं इंडिया यादवों की तलाश में। And then comes my favorite part.
Yadav models in images, pictures,
पूरा दुनिया सब
Yadav
यादव है।
Dayali Bhagat Yadav is there. Dushyant Yadav is also there. The dude with six-pack abs. Rajpal Yadav. If you are smart and photogenic Yadav, email your photo and we will publish it here. But remember, smart and photogenic.
Only if you're a smart and photogenic Yadav. Okay? Anyway, so Chavhanke ka pura show was based on research, if you can call it that, from this website, and one particular segment called the Jew Connection. In fact, it was mostly copy-paste from this website. Sample another example.
सेमेटिक बाइबल शहर या ओफिर कहे जाने वाले लोग भारतीय अभिरा के समकक्ष हैं। इसी आधार पर कुछ विद्वान यादव और यहूदी कनेक्शन तलाशते हैं। एक वैज्ञानिक स्टीफन नैप के अनुसार यूनानियों ने यहूदियों को जुडेओस, याजा, देओस या यादव कहा, जिसका अर्थ है या के लोग या ययाति के पुत्रों में से एक, यदू के वंशज।
मतलब यार Chavhanke, तुम्हारा कभी ओरिजिनल नहीं है। कुछ सोर्सेस incredible होते हैं. No points for guessing yadavhistory.com किस कैटेगरी में आता है. But who is this वैज्ञानिक स्टीफन नैप?
एक वैज्ञानिक स्टीफन नैप के अनुसार
Stephen Knapp. Who is this guy? Now, like I said, Team Newsance always goes a step ahead. ऐसे थोड़ा ना Chavhanke ने फोटो दिखा दी और हमने मान लिया. ये है कौन? We did our own Google search, and turns out, wait for it, turns out that this guy that Chavhanke showed was actually the brand director of Volkswagen. He's a coward. Just stay mad. That's the only way to survive this. Chavhanke, you got the wrong Stephen Knapp, not this guy. Yadav History was talking about this Vaigyanik Stephen Knapp who's done videos like, is Taj Mahal a temple? You see, every Hindutva conspiracy needs a white man's validation, and so they got one. Now, we could just let this go as a guy on the extreme right nut wing, but the thing is, he's not. He gets an audience from Modi, from Amit Shah, Mohan Bhagwat. When he invites powerful editors of Delhi for a meet, Chavhanke is invited to that meet. Chavhanke gets government ads. This is where we are. And then this guy even manages to take the higher moral ground.
नहीं तो हम भी यहाँ पर किसी बॉलीवुड को नाचने गाने वाली को लाते और ठुमका लगाते तो और ज्यादा दर्शक देख लेते, लेकिन हम वो ना करके हमारे रूट्स को सर्च कर रहे हैं.
ना ही करते रूट्स को सर्च यार. After all this, it got to a really dangerous point.
मैं तो कहूँगा कि Chavhanke जी यहाँ पर मैं इजरायली एम्बेसी जाकर के एक मेमोरेंडम देख के आते हैं कि ये रिसर्चर एक्टिविटी का वो भी कंसीडर करें, उनको भी इजराइल में इस पर एक कमेटी बनानी चाहिए.
Israel, you don't want to be seen with this guy. Trust me. Note this face and keep him out. Just like you should have kept her out.
We as a Hindu nation, what has been happening to Hindus and even the Hindu genocide for centuries have continued. We identify a lot with Jews, and I strongly believe that as like we deserve a Bharat dedicated to Hindus.
We as a Hindu nation, I didn't know we were one, but we as a Hindu nation believe we deserve a Bharat dedicated to Hindus. NCRT का अगला head इसे बना.
Jews also deserve one nation on this, and they can't give us that one land is rather inhuman and very stingy of the Islamic world.
Stingy? The Arab world is just so stingy. Years of conflict reduced to this wonderful one line. These Muslims, कितने कंजूस हैं ये. You should have said that out loud and open, Kangana, when you accepted an award in UAE in 2014. तब तो बड़ा गुनगा रही थी तुम अरब देशों का. Also, the next time Modi meets his besties in the Middle East, he should take a feather from Kangana's School of Diplomacy. यार मित्रों, why so कंजूस? दे दो, थोड़ा लैंडी तो है.
We ourselves have been suffering radical Islamic terrorism, whether it is Hamas or ISIS. They even reached our parliament. And every day there were so many yes, there were serial bomb blasts which are the movie pages that is coming. It is about India's Air Force mission.
Of movie pages that is coming.
It's so sad what's happening with the Jews. You know, I have a movie coming out. you must watch it. You must watch it. इतना गंदा प्लग तो न्यूज लॉन्ड्री में हम pay to keep news free का भी कभी ना करें यार. And we're quite visual.
And there is a very tiny country that is 150 times, goes into India 150 times.
Not even on the side of Manipur.
On the side of Manipur.
It's smaller than Manipur. Irony just took a flight to Imphal and jumped off the plane without a parachute. Now it's mad season, and after watching this guy, I don't blame these two for meeting and doing whatever that was. We all know that war is not just fought through bombs, airstrikes, guns and machines. Perceptions matter. Israel needs the world by its side now more than ever. As distressing images keep pouring in from Gaza, Israel needs the world to look away and understand why it's okay to kill civilians for the greater good of eradicating Hamas and safeguarding its own people. So any opportunity to put its word out is an opportunity that Israel would like to grab. But did it not occur to anyone in the embassy that allowing Kangana to use the pain and suffering and deaths of your own people for a film promotion is just plain tacky? She needs to sell a film. But you really could have done without us, Israel. Especially when we send Rubika Dahar Liaquat to you.
अचानक दनादन रॉकेट लॉन्चर्स और मिसाइल की आवाज उनको सुनाई दे रही होगी. बूम 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 बूम.
रूबिका सीधा युद्ध भूमि से
रूबिका लियाकत. इजराइल में वर्ल्ड एक्सप्लोसिव रिपोर्ट. इजराइल के बढ़ते टैंक. हमास पर ताबड़तोड़ अटैक. महाजंग के बीच ग्राउंड रिपोर्ट.
इमेजेस देखो, सारे गाजा की यूज करें. रिपोर्टिंग इजराइल की शान सड़कों से की है और एक्सेंट सीधा अमेरिका से.
There should be no terrorism, and the government of India is very sure that we are with Israel and we are against any organization that tries to inflict war on you. And we are from India. Okay, don't you worry. Take care. You too. Take care. You are the parents? Friends? Okay.
Okay. Rubika, where did you pick that accent up from? Were you flying over US to reach Tel Aviv? While her channel kept promoting this as their anchor being the war zone, we really didn't see much of war. Just Rubika in quiet streets with banal observations and even more banal questioning.
जब दरवाजा नहीं खुला होगा तो आतंकवादियों ने इसे ऐसे धक्का मार शुरू किया होगा. You can see a skeleton here. और यहाँ गणेश जी, सरस्वती जी और लक्ष्मी जी की भी आपको तस्वीरें दिखाई देंगी. एक बार फिर से शुक्रिया गणेश जी का, लक्ष्मी जी का, सरस्वती जी का कि चेहरे पर मुस्कान ले आए. तो ऐसा लगा जैसे मानो हिंदुस्तान से गणेश जी ने, लक्ष्मी जी ने और सरस्वती जी ने ब्लेसिंग भेजी है कि आप फिक्र ना करें. This was built by King Herod.
Bottom of it.
The bottom of it, okay.
The top was another nearly 90 feet higher. It's about 90 feet
You have to
higher.
look here. Adrian, I think they must be tied, yeah. And then this was cut. I invite you at my place.
Thank you.
Take care. Thank you so much. Okay, which was the last movie that you watched? Acha, do you know Hindi? Like? Wow, it's so nice, Mohabbat. Do you know any song?
मतलब यार युद्ध चल रहा है. Those are the questions you're asking. आपको हिंदी आती है? एक गाना गा के सुनाना. The perfect end to travel blogger Rubika's excursion was Rubika's reel on her excursion.
This part of my life is called peace.
This part of your life is peace. 500 चूहे खा के बिल्ली हज को चली.
शुक्र है अल्लाह का मैं बच गई.
नहीं, मेरा मतलब बिल्ली राम मंदिर चली घंटी बजाने.
शुक्र है राम.
मतलब Rubika, your entire career is the antithesis of peace. This is how your previous channel used to promote you.
क्या मजबूरी है मेरी बताइए. मैं अभी आपको बताती हूँ कि मैंने
ओए नमकीन के चटकारे लेते हुए टकटकी मार के डिबेट शो को पॉज रिपीट करके देख रहे हैं जोगिंदर जी. इनकी तरह आप भी देखें अपनी फेवरेट डिबेट्स को रिपीट कर.
पॉपकॉर्न खाओ, रूबिका को चिल्लाते हुए देखो. That's your USP, and you're strolling around in a conflict zone talking about peace. Compare the tackiness with which Rubika conducted herself to journalists in Gaza who are paying a real life cost in this conflict. As Israel intensifies its bombarding on the captive residents of the Gaza Strip, the world is witnessing some distressing images. We saw Al Jazeera's Gaza bureau chief Wael Dawood crying helplessly as his family was killed in an Israeli attack in central Gaza. His family was supposed to be safe because they had evacuated to a shelter.
Perhaps hoping that the tragedy won't touch his own family. It did. Prostrated in front of the body of his son Mahmoud, Wael says they are taking revenge on our children.
Of course, this is a disaster right now, a big tragedy, especially it's perpetrated against women and children. No more, no less than a calamity. Large numbers of people's houses bombarded. However, this is the custom of the Israeli occupation. At the end of the day, we are on this land. This is our destiny.
السلام عليكم. أولا شكرا على رسائل التضامن والاتصالات والسؤال عن التضامن عن دعوات تأكيد هذا الشيء كان مهما بالنسبة لنا، لكن رأينا أنه من الواجب أن نعود سريعا رغم كل شيء. فالساحة محاور ما زالت تشتعل كما ترون بالغارات وبالقصف المدفعي والتطورات متلاحقة. فرأيت من واجبي رغم الوجع رغم الجرح النازف أن أعود سريعا وألتقيكم من خلال عدسة الكاميرا عبر مواقع التواصل. يعطيكم العافية وأسألكم الدعاء دائما.
Over 5,000 people have died so far. The UN has asked for a ceasefire to end the epic suffering in Gaza. And as always, no one gives a shit about what the UN has to say. And as always, we turn to satire to make sense of this world. A headline in The Onion put it best.
US warns a Gaza ceasefire would only benefit humanity.
As Israel prepares for a ground offensive, we really don't know what's ahead. All we can hope for is for peace to return for the sake of the region and for the sake of our sanity. I can't watch any more Indian journalists landing up in Israel to do ground reporting. Enough. That's all the nuisance we have for you this week. We'll be back next week. Until then, stay mad. That's the only way.
गाइस कैसा लगा आपको वीडियो जरूर बताएं कमेंट सेक्शन में. थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग दिस वीडियो.